Hi, this is Deborah Robertson. Today I want to talk to you about 3 tips on how to kind of master new habits. We always say, oh, I'll change this, I'll change that. And a lot of people try and change too many things at once. So my first tip would be focus on one new habit at a time. Don't try and overwhelm yourself with too many things, because the chances are if you say, right, I'm going to go to the gym, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that all in one, it becomes overwhelming. So one new habit at a time, that would be my first tip. And you can really then focus on that one thing, that one change in your life. The second thing is give yourself some time. Habits take time to kick in and become the norm, and they do say that it takes 3 weeks to kind of start doing a new habit and stick to it, and 3 weeks before it becomes the norm. But it's not 3 weeks for everybody. It's not a set in stone on day 21 that's going to become the norm. It might take you 30 days, it might take you 2 months. So really just commit to a certain amount of time. For me, I always say, right, I'm going to commit to this for 4 weeks, and that's my kind of thing. And then after 4 weeks, it tends with me to become the norm. So give yourself a minimum of a certain amount of time and stick to it. And also the other tip would be I guess plan for obstacles. I always like to have a plan A and a plan B, and planning for obstacles really, that could be maybe you don't have time to do your new habit. Maybe, it's a habit that's related to the weather, and you don't, the weather's not going to be good if it's turning into the winter time and you can't keep that habit going because of the weather, or it could be cost involved in this new habit, or, any of those kind of things. So you really need to work out what those obstacles could be before you start, and have a plan of action around those obstacles to stop that stopping you do your new habit. So I guess they're the 3, but I do actually have a 4th one, and it's probably the most important one. Whenever I create a new habit, I become accountable for it. So I make sure that I'm creating accountability around that habit. Now, what I tend to do is really put myself out there, and I might say to a friend or family member, you need to make me accountable, you need to keep me accountable for this specific thing. Or I might put a post on Facebook and say, this is what I'm doing. The videos that I do, for instance, I decided to do a 90-day video challenge, and part of that was so that it would become a habit for me to start creating those videos, because I knew that if I was accountable to people in the group, I would have to continue to do that. So that was my way of making me stick to that new habit and continue that. Now, obviously 90-day video challenge is a lot longer than the normal 4 weeks that I would stick to a habit. But let's see how it is when I'm accountable to lots of people in a group that are doing exactly the same thing. So hopefully those tips have helped you today when you're thinking of starting a new business, or you've just launched your new business. Changing the way you do things is really quite important. So having some strategies around keeping those new habits will help you succeed and move forward without wavering off that path and kind of failing in those new habits that you're going to build. So hopefully that's helped. As always, if you've got any questions, my email address is below this video. My link to my website is below this video. I'm more than happy to connect with you and answer any questions you may have. Have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon.